So the old part of Sawannaket is indeed atmospheric, and here in the old quarter are most of the restaurants that we would choose to go to as well if you're here for a day or two, such as the Montip just behind me here for Laotian food, Thai food, European food. It's a very nice place to spend a little time by the river. I've discovered that getting here to Laos from Mukdahan in Thailand is not difficult because of the bridge and is not expensive. The visa itself will cost about 1,300 baht, maybe less than $35 American. And it's a very interesting and different place to visit. Now, you may well want to go further afield. The bus to the capital, Vientiane, leaves at night if you want to be on the better, the more comfortable bus, the VIP service. The daytime service probably stops far too often. The alternatives are to either join with others in hiring a van or perhaps hire your own vehicle. There are a number available, and at the Sawannaket Hotel where I stayed, they have their own service with an excellent vehicle that's available for rent. So I'm taking that to Vientiane and see what's along the way. This rather quaint old town is nevertheless very much on the move. The future has arrived with easy access from Thailand via Mukdahan and attractions like a sizable casino. It's just for visitors and it's a little mysterious. Culturally too, Sawannaket is proud to be the site of an historic Wat. It's an essential attraction for many and makes for an uplifting visit. What style is this stupa, please, Kunton?
So this stupa, like normally, like for a lot of people, they keep when the people date, they take people to cemetery for burning, and then they just bring the bone, to keep at the stupa for worship. When on Buddhist day or some day, okay, the lot of people they have to offering some flowers, at the temple or stupa here. This stupa they have 3 levels. Like the first about Hindu and second about Buddhism, and also the third about the king religion before, or they call Lao Lansang Riam, that religion. So you could see, mainly like at the first level, it's about Hindu sculpture, and the second is about Buddhism, and the third you could see like okay some more flowers. But you also still see, at the top they have gold armor. That one they push it later until French coming. So the French put the gold camera.
So it was built in 3 stages, starting with the Hindu base.
And they got that one the first year because they see that the Hindu build first. So they have to use the Hindu at the first level to build it to beginning, something like that.
Back on the road, it's very much a country trip, but with all the signs of activities, both old and new, propelling this social estate into a greater prominence. That's a huge sugar factory in there. It has been here only a few years, I understand, because it's a new venture to get sugar growing really underway here in Laos, just as is a huge industry in Thailand. Thai interests are involved in this enterprise too. And you see it on the road between Sawannaket and Vientiane. Likely to see more such places over coming years as business and industry really take off in this republic. This is a big area of sugarcane here, isn't it? Just starting to come up?
Yeah, this one become up now. It's quite big. But another place, that we couldn't see now is inside the forest. Oh, really? Because they have very, very big land, Yeah, it's quite small, not big.
On the road to Vientiane, the scenery is often pleasing, and while busy traffic rolls on along the highways and over the bridges, Very often, loud country life goes on nearby, as it always has, along broad rivers that flow into the mighty Mekong, and amongst boats moored for the day, while youngsters play in the emerald cool waters. This is rather a good little spot to stop for some lunch, although they surprise you with all of this leaf, just a variety of leaves to munch on while you wait for a bowl of noodles. By bowl of noodles, I mean this. This is for one. And it's much, much bigger than I had expected. A little town called Mahasai, which has a nice setting, and after the flat run all the way from Sawannaket on the way to Vientiane, this little town makes a good stop, and in the distance you'll also see mountains, beautiful, shapely mountains that apparently contain a lot of caves. Not the sort of place most foreigners are likely to get to visit, but they've become famous in this area because it's been discovered that some of the caves in those extraordinary mountains contain Buddha images, and no one's terribly sure how they got there. Something that may surprise after millennia of no bridge contact between countries along the Mekong. A third one is now being built between Thailand and Laos. This bridge building activity, plus a new attitude to receiving tourists and guests and business ventures, means that Laos is now an important part of the Southeast Asian community. Vientiane, Laos. Interesting to see that there are so many visitors in this town. And of course, you know how it is when you travel. It's terrific to see new places and to experience new things. Really take in the culture of another country, but also we'd like a little bit in the way of home comforts. And a little surprisingly, right here on this corner by the river in Vientiane is a Tex-Mex restaurant. That's what I'll have on this evening in Vientiane before looking around tomorrow to see all of the cultural highlights as well. Cheers. Is that as tasty as it looks?
It is actually very nice.
Barbecued here?
Yeah.
Amazing little setup, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. It's really nice.